So today's video class will be on anti-takeover strategies. The strategies, these are those strategies where a target firm will try to avoid the merger and acquisition. They don't want to go for a merger and acquisition. To avoid merger and acquisition, what strategies they are taking? Those strategies are called as anti-takeover strategies. So what are the different defense tactics or the strategies used by the target company? Like a target company is going to be acquired by some of the company, or it has to be it is going to be acquired by some of the acquiring company. To avoid this particular thing, what are the things which a target company will look after, or what are the defense strategies or tactics they will use? So there are different tactics. They these are the list, just it is displayed on the screen, like crown jewels, poison pills, people pill, then Scorched Earth, Pac-Man, Green Mail, White Knights, Grey Knights, Golden Parachutes, White Square Defense. So these are few of the defense tactics used by the target company to avoid the takeover strategies. So let us see what is the first defense tactic or strategy. The strategy, the word strategy and tactics are nothing but the same here. This anti-takeover strategies or defense tactics, the both words meaning will remain same here. So the first tactics or anti-takeover strategy which a target company will use to avoid the merger is crown jewels. So crown jewels is the first kind of anti-takeover strategies which they will use. So what do you mean by crown jewel? The target company, it sells its highly profitable or attractive business division. It is called as crown jewels to make the takeover bid less attractive to the raider. Raider means the acquiring company. What the target company will do? It will sell its highly profitable, attractive business division. In one business organization or a company, there are so many other divisions are there. So whichever division is giving more amount of profit, that kind of division or that kind of things will be sold by the uh, target company. Why? Because if they sell that kind of business, the ultimately the deal will look less attractive. Then the raider or the person will not get attracted towards the deal, and he will not purchase your company. He is not behind purchasing your company because it will look less attractive. He will show your company to look less attractive. That is called as crown jewels. The crown or jewels, important things, will be sold in the market by the company or target company. This is the first tactic or strategy, anti-takeover strategy. Second is poison pill. The poison pill, this is a strategy where upon successful acquisition by the acquirer would create a negative financial result and value reduction for the acquirer. So why a acquirer company want to acquire a target company? Because to get more financial power, to get more financial feasibility, to get more financial strength. For that sake, he is acquiring the company. But in fact, if he finds that there is no financial output here, in fact, there is a negative financial result. So when there is a negative financial result, the acquirer companies will not come forward to buy your companies. So what they will do, how the target company will make your financial result negative? They will take more and more loans, right? Either they will take the shares, they will acquire more number of shares from the shareholders, or they will take more number of loan from the bank or financial institution, right? If they take more and more loan, ultimately they have to pay more amount of interest to the banks, and more number of amount of interest has to be paid. Ultimately what happens, it will become like a poison pill. Then they will not try to acquire your company because it has already become like a poison pill, because they have to pay interest to the bank. They have to pay so many things, like where there is a leverage cash out is there, or there is a leverage recap or poison put is there, where there are more number of shareholders are there, means voting right will also get changed. So these all problems will come. So acquiring company, what they will do is they don't go for taking over the company. So it becomes an anti-takeover strategy or tactics for having a defense to go for an anti-takeover strategies. Similarly, people pill. People pill is also one kind of anti-takeover strategy or tactics, where in this tactics or strategy, the current management team, key employees, threaten to quit the mass in the event of a hostile takeover. In this can effective defense in certain specific cases and situations. So if a acquiring company is doing any hostile takeover, as we have seen in the last video, there are three important kinds of takeover: friendly takeover, right, hostile takeover, and bailout takeover. These are few three of the important kind of takeover. Hostile takeover means when you buy the shares in the market, and when you have the majority number of shares, you will become the owner of that company, and you will be taking over that company. So when there is a hostile takeover done, so how they can avoid it? The next tactic is poison. At mass, all the employees, management team, key employees will threaten to the acquiring company that if you are going to acquire our company, we all people will resign the jobs. We all will stop doing our jobs, right? All key employees, including management, will tell to the acquiring company. So by fear, acquiring company will not come forward to buy the company. So such kind of tactics or anti-takeover strategy is called as poison pill. Next is scorched earth. So the scorched earth is originally a military tactics that involves discovering anything that might be useful to the enemy while retraining from an area as a defense takeover. It is virtually destroys a company while it is being taken over or when it is likely to face over a takeover threat. So here what happens, we want to destroy the enemy that is not physically existing, but the enemy what it is there, it is in form of the acquiring company. So the acquiring company is particularly the enemy here. So what they do here is this could be achieved either through extreme form of poison pills, right? They will give more and more amount of poison pills. That means more and more amount of loan will be taken, or more and more shares will be issued, voting rights are being increased, right? Either by poison pills, or it can be done by extreme form of crown jewels tactics, right? Whatever crown jewels are there of your company, those crown jewels will be sold in the market, because those crown jewels are those things which are giving you the ultimate output or return. So that thing is not there. Then particularly what happens in public, you will be making an announcement that we don't have this kind of crown jewels, nor we have taken these or we have taken these all kind of different types of loans. By hearing these all tactics, what the acquiring company will do, they will have a fear in their mind. They will have a fear that if they acquire that company, even after that they won't be getting any sufficient amount of profit. So by this particular thing, tactic is called as scorched earth, and this is a military kind of tactics. Next is pacman. Pacman is also a kind of anti-takeover strategy or tactics, which says that the target company or its promoters starts acquiring seizable holding in the acquirer or raider company. So when the acquiring company will come to acquire your company, before they acquire your company, the management of the target company, the key employees of the target company, and promoters, they will threaten to the raider or the acquiring company that we will purchase or we will acquire the seizable holding in your company. By this, what happens ultimately, this makes the acquirer run for a cover. So he will have a fear that the acquiring company, the target company, is going to acquire some of the holding in the acquiring company. So the acquiring company will have a fear mentally. They will try to cover themselves. Instead of buying the shares holding in the acquiring company, they will try to cover themselves. They will not issue shares in the market. They will buy the all shares, their own shares they will buy back. So by that, what happens, they will be having limited amount of capital, right? So that triggers
from an open offer and making public announcement thereof. Also, the target company needs to take care that it does not trigger the open offer for the acquires company, right? So they have to take care that also. Ultimately, what happens is that the acquiring company will think about themselves, that others will come and buy their company's holding and shares. By this fear, they will protect themselves, right? And in that protection, they won't be looking for the acquiring company, right? So that particular strategy is called as Pac-Man strategy. Next is green mail strategy. Okay, the green mail strategy here is the target company or the existing promoters arrange through the friendly investors to accumulate large stock of its shares with a view to raise its market price. So the simple thing is that a target company, when they feel that some of the company is acquiring company, right? It is ready to buy your shares. It is ready to buy your company. That thing, if a target company comes to know they want to do a hostile takeover, then what target company will tell to its friend company, right? Some other company is there which is a very close friend of that particular target company. They will tell that they will arrange them the shares, or they will accumulate the large amount of stock. They will sell the large amount of stock to that particular company. Why? Because to raise the market price. All right, if they buy the all shares, in that case what happens, the market price of the companies will go up. When the market price will start increasing, it will be difficult for the acquiring company, right? It will be difficult for acquiring company to acquire the target company, because it has been increased in the market price. The accumulated price of the shares have increased because of the friend company has acquired some accumulated kind of large stock in the target company. So this particular strategy, we call it as green mail strategy. Next is white mail strategy, or white mail tactics for anti takeover. That is white mail is another takeover defense strategy, wherein the target company issues a large number of shares at a price quite below the market price to a friendly party, right? So what it does is it will issue to the friendly party or friendly company at very less price than that of the market price. And this forces the acquiring company to purchase these shares from the third party. Now, the target company, the acquiring company, what they need to do, they have to pay at more amount of price. What we did a strategy here, we planned a strategy that we will sell our market shares to our friend company at less price in the market value, right? Very less to our friends first, friendly company. Now, if the target company wants to purchase that, they have to purchase at more price now, right? They have to purchase at more price. And this discourages the takeover as it becomes more difficult and expensive for the raider, right? It becomes very difficult for them because the takeover attempts is averted, and the takeover company may either buy back the issued shares or it will be floating in the market. All right. After the takeover, all strategy is over, things are over, and the target company may again buy back the shares from the friend company, or it will be floating in the market anytime, whichever time they need, they want, they can buy those particular shares. So this strategy or tactic is called as white mail strategy. Next is treasury stock. Treasury stocks are also known as reacquired stocks. These are the stocks and shares bought back by the issuing company with the object of reducing the volume of outstanding stock in the open market. Right? Some of the stocks are there which are being bought by the company. Why? Because they want to have a proper improvement in the treasury, or they want to increase the value of the shares. They are bought back in the open market. This strategy is adopted by the company to protect themselves against the takeover threat. So here what happens, they will buy the all shares, their own shares in the market. It will be kept in the their own custody. If they buy all the shares, that means there will be a treasury of the stock with themselves. Others cannot get a chance to buy those all shares. But indirectly, there will be a anti-takeover strategies. Like a treasury stocks were issued during the reverse merger of ICICI with ICICI Bank against the holding of ICICI, which were later sold at a premium. So once you buy back that treasury stock, you can later sell those all things at a premium. Means more than that of the face value. So ultimately, the raider or the acquiring company will not come forward to buy your company. Shark repellent. So what shark repellent is? See, shark repellent, if you see about some examples of shark in the ocean, shark how they hunt, shark how they go for hunting or having eating particular animals or eating some fish, which will look more attractive in the ocean, right? Whichever thing is looking more attractive in the ocean, whichever fish is looking more attractive, that particular things will those things shark will do hunting. Similarly, here in this case, the target company makes the special amendments to its bylaws that becomes active only when a takeover attempt is announced, right? So the target company, what they do is they will change their bylaws, their whatever bylaw they have prepared by while forming the company, those all bylaws they will change. And once the takeover is been attempted, announcement has been done, that bylaws will become activated. The objective of the special amendment is to make the takeover less attractive. So why it has to be made is ultimately the takeover should look very less attractive. When it is looking less attractive, the acquirer will not come forward. The acquiring company will not come forward to buy the target company. Like the shark repellent is repellent applied by a deep sea divers to prevent the shark from attracting them. Right here also, the deep sea divers who will go in the oceans, what they do is that to prevent the shark from attracting, they will be having some methods. If they suppose look very attractive in the ocean, so even for the deep sea divers, the shark may attack at any time. Similarly here, we should look, our company should look very less attractive. In a takeover situation, the acquirer is a shark. The acquiring company who is acquiring, it is a shark. And the proposed amendment repel is a shark to prevent the attack. The changes what you're doing in your bylaws, amendment what you're doing, that is the repellent, or that is the repel what you're doing to avoid the shark from attacking or to prevent the shark from attacking you. Next is white knight. So white knight, in this tactic, the target company or existing promoters enlist the service of another company or group of investors to act as a white knight who actually take over the target company, therefore foiling the bid of the raider and retaining the control of existing promoter. Right. So here, what they do is in white knight, they will first of all enclose the list of the services, list of the promoters and services of the other company to the group of the investors. There are so many group of the investors, there are stakeholders. So they will try to show that you are having more number of services, your promoters are good. So when you try to convince these all things, the investors will try to go against that particular takeover. So it becomes an anti-takeover kind of defense, which is called as white knight. Next is white square. A white square is similar to white knight. The only difference that in white square, it exercised a significant minority stake as opposed to a majority stake. A white square does not have any intention to getting involved in the takeover battle, but serves as figured in defending the target in hostile takeover. The white square enjoys a special voting rights for equity that it holds in the company. So instead of focusing in white square, like white knight is a broader concept, which is fully anti-takeover defense or tactic. But white square is not a complete anti-takeover strategy or tactic, but it is a kind where you are attracting or you are convincing to your minority stake, right? Minority stake, like in the particular company, there are some preference shareholders, there are some minority stakeholders. So to those particular section or minority stake, you will be trying to convince that takeover is not good for your organization. So such kind of things are called as white square. Gray knight. So gray knight, in this tactic, the services of friendly company or a group of the investor are engaged to acquire shares of the raider itself, to keep the raider busy defending himself and eventually force the truce. This is also possible in India. right? So what we are doing is we are having some list of services of the friendly company or a group of investors. They will be engaged in acquiring the shares of the acquirer company. We are having this. For having the Grey Knight, you should have a better relationship with your friend companies, with the investors, with the stakeholders, right? When you have such good relationship, then what happens? Your friend company, if you request your friend company, those companies on behalf of you, or they will start buying the shares of your acquiring company, who want to acquire your company. They will be buying their shares, their company shares. By the fear, what happens? The raider or the acquiring company itself, it will try to defend themselves. When they try to defend themselves, they will not be looking to acquire the shares of your company. They will forget about acquiring your shares of your company. So such kind of tactics what they used is called as Grey Knight. Golden parachute. Golden parachute is also a kind of tactic. What exactly is the golden parachute is, here the contractual guarantee of a fairly large sum of compensation is issued to the top or senior assistants or executives of the target company, whose services are likely to be terminated in the case of takeover succeeds. Right. So like takeover is about to happen after few days. Now before takeover, the target company, what they do is they are having some they are having some senior executives, senior staff members, senior management people. To those all people, what this target company will do is they will issue a huge amount of money, right? They are going to issue a huge amount of some money to them, because when they are before takeover, if they are issuing so much of amount to them, then it will be ultimately lost to the company. It will cause a huge loss to the company, right? So when they the raider company or acquiring company will see this, anytime they can feel that they don't even before having a acquisition or takeover, they can cancel the takeover at any time. So this is called as a golden parachute. The golden parachute, the name they have given is, it is like similarly a last resort, right? Like when you somebody is traveling in the plane or some area, then if all the areas are not working properly, the last thing remaining is the parachute. Similarly here, all the tactics are not working, the most important tactics remaining is golden parachute, where you will be paying higher amount of sum to your management, executives, senior staff members. By that, it will increase the expenses of your company. Huge expenses will get increased. So it will look again as a loss making unit to the target company, sorry, acquiring company. Next is killer bees. The name as it says suggests killer bees. Under this strategy, the target company employees, firm or individual to fed off the takeover bid. The target company wants to avert the takeover attempt and either is unable to do so on its own or does not want to be seen doing so. Hence, it is the following tactics. Right. So in killer bees, what happens? The either a target employees or the firm or individual or somebody, they don't look like they are not interested, or in that particular attempt they will not hesitate and they will not oppose the acquiring company. They will not oppose the acquiring company. Hence what happens, this will have a thought in the mind, right? Thought in the mind of the acquiring company, that why they are not opposing, what is the reason behind that. So that will find a confusion in the mind of the acquiring company. So that is called as a killer bees, is also a kind of tactics they are using. So these are few of the tactics which the businessmen they are using to avoid the takeover